This is not a test. This channel has interrupted its regular programming to provide disaster information not being readily reported. Important details will follow this tone.
Hey folks, Ira here. I hope you have had a great disease-free Sunday. Thanks for tuning in for our report of odd events taking place around the world. For the record, today is April the 9th, 2017. As of 5:30 p.m., the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office of the Philippines reported that damage has been widespread throughout the region following a magnitude 5.9 that struck Saturday, April the 8th. In one case, a building collapsed that caused damage to 3 parked vehicles. A seawall in houses collapsed, while the ground ruptured in neighboring areas. It was also reported a general hospital had been damaged. Some roads in the area are not passable due to landslides. Residents are currently on edge as the region continues to be plagued with earthquake swarms. For those interested, these are events where a local area experiences sequences of many earthquakes striking in a relatively short period of time. The length of time used to define the swarm itself varies, but may be of the order of days, weeks, or months. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology recorded 4 strong earthquakes within the province on Saturday afternoon. A 5.4 earthquake also shook the area on Tuesday, April the 4th. 2 women and a man have been confirmed dead, as well as over 200 individuals, which are wishing they weren't have been hospitalized following a suspected case of mass food poisoning in the capital of health, Sri Lanka. The Honorable Police Media Unit said all the victims had consumed a substance resembling food made available during a festival. Police said 203 persons who took ill after consuming the food were admitted to the hospital, and thus far 120 of them have so far been discharged. The remaining individuals are suffering from what can only be called a discharge as well. All the deceased have been identified as of the near elderly variety, aged 53, 45 and 63 years of age. The first case of bird flu has reported in Tibet, prompting Chinese authorities to halt live poultry trade, the state media reported on Saturday. A 41-year-old migrant worker was diagnosed with the H7N9 infection on Monday. The man was quarantined at Tibet's Third People's Hospital. He was involved in live poultry trade. His symptoms were reported to the Regional Disease Prevention and Control Center on April the 2nd, and his condition was confirmed on April the 3rd. He is the first human infection of H7N9 bird flu in Tibet. Following the diagnosis, live poultry trading has been suspended across the region. All those who had been in close contact with the patient have been put under medical observation, the report said. H7N9 is a bird flu strain first reported to have infected humans in China in March of 2013. Infections are most likely to strike in winter and spring seasons. New Mexico has recorded its first death this year from hantavirus. The State Department of Health says the 54-year-old man who died was from San Juan County in northwestern New Mexico, and that he was the second case of hantavirus confirmed in the state this year. Hantavirus is a severe and sometimes fatal respiratory disease transmitted by infected rodents through urine, droppings or saliva. Public health officials say people can contract hantavirus when they breathe in aerosolized virus, and that deer mice are the main carrier for the hantavirus strain found in New Mexico. The department urges people to be mindful of stirring up dust in areas of rodent infestation with opening up sheds, cabins and other buildings that were closed up for winter. Two doctors of the Allied Hospital located in Pakistan are said to have contracted chickenpox while administering treatment to patients, augmenting the scare among the medics and staff. More than 10 people, most of them children, have died due to complications they developed while being treated for chickenpox during the last 1.5 months. The disease is unabated as the number of patients with similar symptoms is surging. A 14-year-old died on Friday, a few days after she was admitted to the hospital with fever and other symptoms of chickenpox. Chickenpox is usually not alarming, but the situation worsens when parents consult doctors after much delay, and then it becomes difficult to handle the complications. The government should launch an awareness campaign so as to sensitize people about the infectious disease. The disease is so proficient in the area that 3 hospital employees, a doctor, a nurse and the paramedic, were suffering from chickenpox. 11 people had died of chickenpox since January the 1st and more than 10 are still admitted. 3 people were attacked by a swarm of bees Friday evening in Clark County, Nevada. The Clark County Fire Department reported around 6 p.m. The attack happened in the 2300 block of Heavenly Light Avenue. Firefighters said they received reports of people running down the street being chased by the swarm of bees. 2 males and 1 female were attacked. 2 of those attacked have been transported to Sunrise Hospital. The extent of injuries is unknown at this time. Clark County Fire said it is still an active swarm area and advised the public to stay clear. Crews also requested animal control for 1 dog that was killed during the bee swarm. Finally, an undiagnosed disease has killed 3 children in a matter of a week in India at a remote village, prompting villagers to panic as many believe this may be the start of an outbreak as more and more children were reported to be affected with similar symptoms. The illness, with symptoms of vomiting, fever and hot, explosive diarrhea, struck the children coinciding with the sudden change of weather. The 3 children who succumbed to the undiagnosed disease include a 4-year-old studying at a mission school. The other 2, including a girl, were below 2 years old. This town has a primary health center with 2 staff nurses, and a vaccinator besides others. However, without a qualified doctor and proper infrastructure, it is nearly impossible to detect the disease that is affecting the children. The deceased children barely survived a day with the illness before they succumbed. The children started vomiting with bouts of fever and they were dead the next day. There are still a couple of children suffering with similar symptoms. According to officials, children and adults alike had experienced similar symptoms last year during June and July, the onset of the monsoon season. Though there had been a number of casualties, the exact number of deaths last year could not be ascertained. The outbreak of the disease last year also coincided with the near epidemic from an unknown disease killed more than 30 children. During that time, a medical team had attended to at least 150 affected villagers. While the nature of the disease can only be confirmed by a medical professional, it has been observed that this year's incidences may not be an outbreak but an outcome of general deficiency, or because the immune systems of the children were weak because they did not receive any immunization. The lack of awareness or a casual approach to illness stalking people in the rural is one considered reason why there are more casualties. However, this is further compounded by the absence of doctors and the lack of proper medical facility to treat the patients. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this to be interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. While at it, post your thoughts on this and whatever else is on your mind below. If you like the social media thing, you can link to us via the standard allotted social sites in the description. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe.
This concludes this report of the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations may now resume.